looking fresh.
Thank you for
Nothing
that
better.
compliment. I hope I look fresh. However, as Sarah knows from before we started recording, that red lip was also in my hair for some reason.
What
I
do you
got
think?
some
Like a
lipstick.
little brush of the lip, little brush of the hair?
Things
Something
got
like that?
crazy during our break, and you
Oh
know
my
what?
God. What were you doing?
Maybe, yeah. Maybe this is like a sign of what's about to happen. It's going to get wild.
Oh, that sounds fun. Let's do it.
Let's see what happens.
I wonder if I have any stories today that are wild. Maybe a little. We'll have to see.
Okay.
But,
yeah, I'm just glad you're back. I'm still riding the high of, see, it really is like absence makes the heart grow fonder.
I think that is a little bit true.
You know?
But not like too much time. Then I need to.
Then it's out of sight, out of mind.
I know, and I don't ever want that. I hate that. I tend to be that person, and I don't mean to be. But
No,
then I'm
you
like,
are that person.
I
I always say it's like playing peekaboo with like an infant.
But
you
you
have
know,
no object permanence.
There was this article that I read that was written by somebody who was friends with somebody with ADHD, and it was all about like why this is such a special relationship and how they've been friends for so long. And she talked about that, how her friend disappears and reappears, and then when the friend does reappear, she's almost like a totally different person with new hobbies, new fun things to talk about, and it's almost like you get to like fall in love with a new person every time.
Like the ADHD person or the other person?
This is the
Who disappears?
normie who's talking about the ADHD person who like comes back every few years with a whole, and I'm like, I don't know if I have a whole new personality, but I do have whole new hobbies.
Do.
Yeah, okay, I do.
No,
Okay.
you do, because it'll be like you hyper focus.
Oh, like you wouldn't
and
believe.
you get so into like whatever
it is.
Lou.
Yep.
Horses, farms.
Yep.
Snowboarding.
Yep.
Whatever. And like, it's not that you stop caring about those things, but like it
becomes my personality.
Yeah.
Yeah, camp right now is kind of my personality. I'm still coming down from camp, and right now that is definitely my personality.
Yeah.
And a lot of the stories I have to talk about today are camp related, because this is just the time of year, so a lot of articles are coming out about camp. The Atlantic's doing articles. Yes, like the Atlantic and Washington Post. Washington Post, I think it was, did one on nurses and like camp medical people.
What are they saying?
That they have a thankless job that is so difficult and becoming more difficult because of the rise of kids who are on medications. Right. And now that it used to be just like, here and
we got our bell rung, and like when it was a concussion.
Right. Oh, there's a broken bone. Okay, time for action. Now there is a line. I mean, out the door for all of these, and and a lot of times they're volunteer jobs. So there
is a line out the door for meds
for during meals at meal times. There's always like because a lot of kids take meds, like there's nighttime meds, morning meds, and then your afternoon, and then they got to keep track of all of them. It's a big job to like. Oh, and
What's
I was
your
in the
explanation for this growth in meds.
I mean, more people are getting diagnosed with things that I think that a lot of them do need meds. Mm-hmm. And
do you think it may be pathologizing?
In some cases, maybe.
Yeah, maybe
Yeah.
so.
Because a lot of times the things that they need, it's like, I mean, I grew up in the rub some dirt on it era.
Yeah, we need to meet in the middle.
Yeah, we do. And but then again, I'm now somebody who takes meds.
Mm-hmm. And you need them.
And I
you
freaking
probably
need them.
Always did.
Absolutely. And I just refilled my ADHD meds, so I wasn't even on those at camp. I was just on estrogen and testosterone. So,
Yeah.
And
Well, I don't feel like you need them at camp. Or
I think a lot of parents maybe share that thought, that feeling of, oh, my kid's out in nature and they don't need that. People listening.
Listen.
Do not have your child go cold turkey off of their meds the week of camp, because it is challenging because we're going to get everything that comes with that. And so I have talked to the board and to our camp team about adding something language in there that says I wanted to say camp requires a lot of the same focus and attention that being in school requires. If your child is somebody who's on a regular scheduled protocol, whatever medication, then we advise that there are no sudden changes in that the week of sending them to camp. Please.
Yeah. Well, no, because Lincoln doesn't take his in the summer.
Yeah, a lot of doctors say that.
And I don't know why I'm punishing myself. Like, this seems stupid, but there is a difference, certainly.
I think what now, I'm no doctor.
No.
I'm definitely not saying that you should do this, but I know what I do for me is I just do a lower dose.
Mm-hmm. Take it down a notch.
Take it down. You can, so you're still keeping something, and then maybe, but it
is funny though
going
that
from
they
a lot
feel
to
like,
nothing.
Which is what I'm doing basically with Link. Like there's a sense of a wildness to summer, right?
Yeah.
And so then you think like your kid can be feral.
Right. And that is really hard when they have to focus on campfire practice. And
right. Safety and not drowning.
Right. And sit at arts and crafts for like an hour and 30 minutes. And they're like...
all hell breaks loose.
Oh, my gosh. There is nothing funnier than, I would go and I would like monitor and kind of supervise and kind of float here and there and pop in at anybody who's having trouble or counselors that are kind of reaching burnout, whatever. I'll go in and just observe or I'll help them out. And the 12 and 13-year-old boys towards the end of the week when they've got campfire or, we do something called like morning inspiration, which is basically like campfire in the morning.
Morning inspiration.
Yeah, it's really cute. It's and it's like in the morning and we all sing songs and do skits and we have a word of the day like friendship or nature or responsibility.
Church,
it's totally church.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Without the Jesus talk and everything.
Yeah, without a savior.
But I love it. I think we all need a little bit more of that and some fun songs.
Yeah.
And I was watching these, it was about 45 minutes in where all of a sudden, it didn't matter what you were telling these kids, they want to they want to jump off things, they want everything on the ground becomes a weapon that they're hitting each other with, and it's just like, they become feral. Yeah. And that is just how they're going to be. And we have to not try to contain that or stop that. I told the counselors, I'm like, okay, we're all going to go do some jumping jacks or to go for a little run through the woods right now, run around the cabin a few times because we got to work out some of this energy. Let's go take them to go play a game. Let's go take them to go, I'll play a game with them. I am the best at leading Simon Says.
Oh, I've seen this actually.
Have you seen my trick that I do?
What? No.
Oh, okay. So this is how I do it. So I do a few rounds. It's like Simon Says touch your head, Simon Says touch your shoulders, Simon Says touch your knees, touch your chest, classics. Then once you get it whittled down to there's only a few people left, you go, all right, everybody who's left, can I get you guys to take a step forward so that we can all see each other better?
I do not like
Everybody's out. I love it.
I don't like a trickster.
They always fall for it. So
did anyone not fall for that?
Yeah, like 2 kids didn't fall for it.
Girls or boys?
One girl, one boy.
Okay.
Yeah. And the kid who won, shout out to Luke, was like 8 years old. And I'm like, good on you.
What do you think it says about somebody that wins at Simon Says?
That maybe their brain is working real fast too. They're almost like anticipating.
Yeah, they are dialed in.
Because that's like, it's a good skill. Right. And I only know that trick because it was used on me when I was a camper.
I don't like it.
Every time I like it. And then I remember being a camper and being like, oh, one day I'm using this. So I'll be like, Simon Says, let's go. And I guarantee nobody can beat me. So I'll mix it up sometimes and I'll be like, I can't see you guys in the back. Will you just step down here? And it's always the older kids in the back. And they're like, oh, yeah, sure. And I'm like, ha, suckers, you're out. And I love, you know what? They need some campus for some tough lessons.
That's
and
true.
for some building resilience.
I like that it's a game that you're telling me the winner can be the youngest.
Yes.
I like that.
He was the youngest. Oh, little cutie. What a little cutie.
Yeah, he's going places.
He
Luke.
sure is. Yeah. Yeah. But one of the stories that I do want to talk to you about is camp related. I read, this is another article that was in the Atlantic on summer camp, and they were talking about, it was called, what was the name of the article? Let me see. I have it in my notes. It was called The New Parent Trap. And I think it just came out today.
I think I saw this in my feed.
Yes. So summer camp forever was this place where kids could really be independent of their parents, where you went out in the woods and it is like no contact for a week, but you're very safe. You're like supervised. I think our ratio is like 5-1, sometimes 4-1. And some cabins with the youngest boys, there were 4 counselors and like 6 kids. So they are monitored, they are supervised, and there's no technology, which is the best. It is amazing how creative kids become when you take away cell phones. That instantly, as soon as they're gone, they start getting together, they start playing games, they come up with games for each other to play, they start talking, they socialize, they're looking at it is my favorite part when I first arrive and I see all that and I get like warm fuzzies and of course I cry. But yeah, so in this article, they were talking about how now parents are so used to having that accessibility at camp. And the author was talking about how when they went to summer camp, like their parents would leave like stationery in there and they would never get around to writing like any letters home because they were too busy doing stuff. And then the author's own children went to camp, and while they were at camp, they got to send like daily emails. So, now we have like a social media team, even at our camp, that will like take pictures and they'll send the videos and do all that.
Yeah.
And then he said, and he or she, I don't even know who wrote this article. I think it's a he, that his nephew's camp uses facial recognition to automatically send parents every photo containing their child. And what this has turned into is like this hovering, like hover parenting. Like the parents are still there, and it doesn't allow the child a chance to really be independent. And I think a lot of it too is I have to do things that are a little uncomfortable here. Like I don't get to just lay in my bed and play video games, or I don't get I have to.
You have to do kind of hard stuff sometimes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But that stuff is really good. And I just think that that it's important. The author's daughter said that if she had been allowed to call home whenever she wanted, she probably would have left camp instead of growing through the experience. That all the kids that you talk to say that it is good that they worked through it. Now, if I can tell, I have had the situation where it was like, if there's anything where it's like this child is not able to regulate and this child absolutely needs that.
Different needs.
Different, then we're calling mom. I've absolutely let kids talk to mom. It's not, but it is, if I'm just like, oh, you don't want to go to the dance? Okay. Well, I don't know what to tell you. Go hang out on the sidelines. Like, you're okay. Like,
so funny. Right. Wow. I bet it's a very fascinating sociological experience.
Oh my gosh, it is so fascinating. And I absolutely love it. And it kind of feels like technology has accidentally ruined one of the biggest benefits of camp. And the fact that parents are like saying we want facial recognition software, I want to be like, then you got to pay way more than what you're paying. Like, I don't have that. We're barely getting by.
This is analog, baby.
Right. We're at camp.
Fuck, facial recognition. What do you think this is, the CIA?
Right. And like, I don't want that for your kids either. I don't want them to be thinking that they're fucking
people are
flock
saying
cameras
that.
up. Well, that's what this article was talking about, that his nephew went to a camp where they did that.
That's so dumb.
And then send the parents like photos based on, I just think that
This is
like that comfort
capitalism,
crisis.
because
Yeah.
it's too, though, trying to convince parents that they're getting their money's worth. So I guarantee you these are the high tier,
I think
high
you're probably
price
right.
point
Yeah, the
camps.
ones with facial recognition, for sure they're doing
Because, I mean,
that.
that's what that preschool was like, too. I mean, this was like a nice...
Oh, I didn't even think about that,
preschool.
because
And I
we
think
are not the high tier camp.
I think there is... If people are paying a certain amount for preschool or school or camp, then the parents often are like...
Show me. Yeah.
Show me
I
the
feel
money.
like you see that in how your kid comes home. Like, you see like what they have to share and talk about. And
They want to put it on their fucking Facebook.
I know.
Look at Johnny at the pa-pa-pa.
Ah, then you're defeating the whole purpose. Like,
Yeah.
and I just don't think that good parenting is the same as constant monitoring. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. That sometimes, and I'm saying all of this as somebody who's not a parent, but I know what style parent I would be.
Well, you may not know, but you know what the good style
yeah.
of parenting is.
I know what works in the same way
Yeah.
teachers do, where they're like, okay, I
Yes.
work a lot with kids, I work a
Yeah,
lot with
but
parents.
that's the problem.
And I see the kids who thrive and the parents that they have and like the lessons that they're teaching them.
But when
and-
it's your kid, you do dumb stuff.
Yeah.
I do it every day. and you guys are right. You actually have the perspective to know what's good. I am not in that position. I am too emotionally invested
Yeah.
to make good decisions.
Because I can hear people listening going like, what do you know? You're not a parent. And maybe
That's why
being
you know, I
a little bit
swear.
removed is the better way to, because I know they're going to be okay.
I'm
And I
pretty sure
know
one
that
of
we're gonna
Mr.
be
Rogers'
safe.
kids became an alcoholic. So
Yeah.
this is-
So like,
you know
come
what I
on.
mean? Because it's just different.
It is.
I'll tell you what else is different in a good way, and that is caraway cookware and bakeware. And the way
so
that
good.
it's different is that it is non-toxic and non-stick, super high performing.
Super high performing. I always think there's no way my bacon's not going to stick to this. Mm-hmm. And every time I'm impressed. You think I've owned those pans for 4+ years. Mm-hmm. And I'm still like, damn.
My
every time.
absolute fave is the stainless steel, but they have ceramic. They have, like a lot of the bakeware I have is the ceramic non-stick kind. But I have like been a convert to like full stainless steel,
Yes.
saute pan.
Yeah.
Amazing.
And
And
not all
they-
stainless steel. It's not all the same stuff.
Absolutely not.
I mean-
These are my forever pieces.
Yes.
They are what I plan on using for the rest of my days on this earth. And they have so many different colors too, so you can splash out and get something that matches your decor.
Yeah.
But I mean, they're just wonderful. They have the complete bar set. They have a mixing bowl set now. They have the butcher block. I mean, they're really
And their butcher block is fantastic.
so great.
It's just done in the right way. Like the way the wood is laid out, it will keep your knives lasting longer.
They have the glass airtight containers, so you don't have to store your leftovers in like
I still have one of those that I need to
plastic.
give back to a friend of mine that I borrowed from her house.
You
And
know what? Turn a
you
blind
know,
eye.
Right. She was like, I wouldn't have even remembered that you had that. And I was like, oh, now you tell me. I should.
This is why you're too honest.
Yeah, I should have never spoken up.
Right now, you can save up to $230 in the 12-piece cookware set versus buying the products individually. And you can find even more savings when you shop Caraway's full kitchenware collection. Plus, for a limited time, every dollar you spend on clean kitchenware gets you closer to your dream kitchen or $100,000 cash. Visit carawayhome.com/braincandypod to take an additional 10% off your next purchase. This deal is exclusive for our listeners. Visit carawayhome.com/braincandypod or use code braincandypod at checkout.
Speaking of camp and cooking,
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
there was one of the things I noticed that our camp had a salad bar.
Ooh.
So good. And if you tell me, like, do you want a salad? I'm always like, no, I don't want a salad.
Yeah.
I want all the fun stuff instead.
Right.
I don't want to eat that.
Right.
But at every single meal, my favorite freaking thing was the salad bar.
I love a salad bar.
So I thought, how can I bring this home? And
Yeah.
I created a salad bar in the door of my refrigerator.
Tell me what's in there.
So I have those like deli containers that you store, like, the delis use to like store
Like
food
quart,
in.
pint, whatever.
Those.
Yeah.
So I did, and I'm not big into like, I try to be like a food prepper, and then like I can't. I just
come
like,
on.
it's too much work.
We're book
But I
solid.
can chop I could chop a carrot up and chop some celery up, or not celery, cucumber and that
Yeah.
kind of stuff.
Yeah.
So I did hard-boiled eggs because they had
I was
that.
going to say,
Yep.
that is the key to the salad bar.
It is the key. Here are the things that are hard-boiled egg,
Yes.
croutons, ranch
need some
dressing
crunch.
in the same, those like squeeze bottles that you can like just do it real fast.
Yeah.
And it's kind of like a ketchup bottle, but
Yes.
you know what I'm talking about?
I have these.
Okay.
Yes.
My life is changed.
Yes.
Your girl is a salad girl now.
God, I'm psyched for you.
And I open my door, and
What do
it's
you-
the first
so
thing
how
I
many
see.
Of these do you have?
I have onions, carrots, cucumber,
No
tomato.
Okay.
The little they stayed in their own little pint because it's already got the holes in it and stuff. But they're little cherry, the little tiny ones, or grape or whatever the fuck they are. And then garbanzo beans, uncooked, because they had those in the salad bar, and I was like, I love that. Garbanzo beans, then hard-boiled eggs.
Don't get me started about how you can toast those babies up.
Delicious.
You could toast up,
Throw
then
some
they're
cumin on
chickpeas.
that. Yeah. Is that what happened?
That's
You
what
toast
they
them
are.
in?
Chickpeas are garbanzo beans, yeah.
Well, I do know that they're the same
Yeah,
thing,
and
but I
then you
didn't
can
know
toast them
that
up
this
in
is
a
like
sauté
bread and
pan.
toast.
And then they, yeah, it is.
I didn't
And then
know.
they have like a crunchy exterior.
Yeah.
You put salt on there.
Delicious.
I'm
Air
so
fried,
happy for
those are
you.
really good. So yeah, I did that, and then got my croutons, got my little salad dressing. And if you have ADHD, put your veggies in the door of your fridge, because they will go to die in those. Like, it's an out of sight, out of mind thing, just like we talk about. They will rot away in that fucking veggie drawer.
Yeah.
And okay, the crisper, really, is it really doing that? I think that's a fucking lie that they're
is a
selling
conspiracy.
us. That is a conspiracy. You mean to tell me this little drawer actually
Crisps what?
how explain that?
Yeah, tell that to
It's
my
not
spinach.
lined in anything. Yeah, that is such a crock of shit. And then it's right next to like the meat and the cheese drawer.
I can't believe they've gotten away with this.
Lies. We're blowing
We
the
are
whistle on
blowing
salad drawers,
The
on veggie
whistle
drawers.
on crispers.
Yes, we are. There you go.
What does that
Don't
even
come at
mean?
me, big fridge. Tell me I'm wrong. I don't want to hear it. I'm right. I know it. I'm right about all things
It's
like
so
this.
funny.
But it's so true.
Are there any other, like, you don't do bacon on your salad, right? You know,
Well,
some people love that.
I do love bacon, but I just went and had my physical, like my yearly physical, and the
always a
doctor
downer.
was like, who sounded like my doctor has the worst fucking bedside manner on the planet. It's like he had memorized, when you have to read the terms and conditions when we do an ad and you go really, really fast. That's basically how he's saying. He's like, okay,
Here's
well,
what you
loneliness
should
is the
do.
biggest indicator of health problems, so make sure that you have friends to talk to. Also, deli meats and
Shut up.
and then just zoomed by it. Didn't like turn to me and say, "Do you have friends? Do you have?"
I was like, what are we doing?
"What?
Sir. Do you
I
need
feel
someone to talk
worse,
to?
right? Like since we started this conversation."
That's crazy.
And then he's talking about how
Deli
like
meats.
processed meats, deli meats, bacon, sausage, all those things cause cancer. Like straight up says cause cancer. So I'm like, okay, well, I guess I got to do that. And before I left for camp, I my numbers were a little bit off because I did my physical right after I got back from camp, where I had been eating nothing but breakfast sausage and bacon every single morning, and like so much of it, and like the worst, and like all the top ramen, everything, like top ramen. Everything was in the normal range, but there were a few that were like basically like too much like something something
like
too much fat
stuff.
in my that's
yeah.
And I was like, ugh, I know. That's why I'm on a salad kick, Doc.
That's
but
so funny.
No time.
Do you make your own croutons?
No, but I should. I just
so
was
easy.
doing.
I'll send you a recipe.
Oh yeah, but I was thinking
easy.
about you, and I cut up the eggs. So I was like, ooh, this could be an egg salad sandwich if I just knew the rest of a recipe.
Well, and do you have
I knew
you'd
you'd get into this. I fucking knew that if I brought this up on the podcast, I knew that you would want to hear and talk about this. And so would our listeners. I hope that people with ADHD are listening and going, oh, I'm inspired to do this.
Idea.
Try it. It is a game changer. And you get at least 4 or 5 meals out of that. You get lunch taken care of.
Do you have a microplane?
I used to, but it took up a bunch of room. And then
you didn't have the room.
Well, the one I had was an industrial one that my aunt gave me, and it was like in a big old steel case. And I'm like, I don't have
send you a regular one. That'll be my gift to you.
A regular. Oh,
but
fun.
If you put your hard-boiled egg on the microplane, shred that baby right over your salad.
Okay.
So it's just like it's
even. It's more like
just like glitter egg.
And I do need one of those for carrots because my thing that Julienne's vegetables is only for right-handed people. That is a right-handed tool, and I really hate that that's right-handed. I have to use it with the opposite hand or go backwards towards myself, which, that's a safety hazard.
Danger. Yeah,
right.
Danger.
So,
all right, I got you, girl. That. But anyway, I'm so happy for the salad.
Thanks.
Like, a miniature salad bar.
Yeah, and it's very fun. Every time I open it, I feel like I'm at a salad bar, like at camp again, and I'm like, this is just so fancy. And it's just it's nothing. It's very little work, but
I'll tell you what else is fancy, and I know Sarah agrees.
What?
OneSkin.
Oh, where's my?
Yeah, I know. I saw you.
And you see me apply?
I saw you applying today.
Because SPF, but also a tint,
a lip gloss.
But there is no other SPF lip protector that I have used that doesn't taste like garbage.
Ew,
they have that weird,
it's chemically.
It's gross. And then it gets like all dried out in the corners. I hate it. Like this.
She's a believer.
Oh
Look at
my
her.
God.
Look at her.
I all the time. And I just feel fancy when I use it.
It's so nice. But all their products they're SPF for your face as well. And the moisturizer, the eye cream.
My tinted moisturizer. That's the best.
Game changer.
Absolutely.
She doesn't even wear makeup. She just wears that.
I don't have that and blush. Throw some of that in my little lip. That's it.
It's incredible.
Bada bing, bada boom.
Bada bing, bada boom. Because they have the OS1 peptide, and they have done all this research, proper research, not just like Dr. Bombay stuff, where they wanted to prove that it would address those leading drivers of aging and all the stuff that we don't want our face and skin and lips looking like. And they sorted it out. Every one of their products is fantastic. You will get skin that looks and acts younger. Born from over 10 years of longevity research, OneSkin is helping you unlock your healthiest skin now and as you age. For a limited time, try OneSkin with 15% off using code BRAINCANDY at oneskin.co/braincandy. That's 15% off oneskin.co with code BRAINCANDY. After you purchase, they'll ask you where you heard about them. Please support our show and tell them we sent you.
What if you were a doctor and your name was actually Dr. Bombay? Because that's got to be a couple of them. I just go by my first. Yes. You don't think anybody has that last name that's a doctor? I do.
I don't know anyone with that last name, period.
You're right. I don't either. I don't know. That just is something that I think is worth.
And if people wonder where that's from, it's because it was on Bewitched. Yeah. Elizabeth Montgomery starred as, I think her name was Tabitha.
I always thought it was from The Simpsons.
Oh, they probably did it too, but it was originally from Bewitched, and I'm old, and so I'm into that shit. And she would go to Dr. Bombay, and he would always have like potions and like magic stuff.
You're right. It wasn't The Simpsons. That's another doctor, but
same idea.
Same kind
And so when I reference it, I just assume people sort of get it.
They do get it. I mean, I get it, but then I don't know.
But you didn't know it's from Bewitched. You just thought I was like...
No, I knew that I knew what it meant. It's like a kooky, like a wacky doctor who's like...
into like stuff that's not real
snake
science.
oil stuff.
Yeah.
And like, yeah.
Exactly.
It's like, oh, really? Like some of my mom's cures for things were like...
When you have to bite into a...
Yes, an onion.
Right.
I was telling some kids about that the other day. I was like...
But like the weird thing is they're not always wrong. In fact, can I just take a minute
good for sinuses
to
really
say
is.
I wanted to talk about this on last episode and I forgot. Okay. And I can take this out if I'm sabotaging.
What? Oh my God, could you imagine what if taking it? No,
well,
leave it
I'm
in.
just saying, like I don't want to take over, but there was this clip
Just laughing because the next thing I'm going to talk to you about is the dodo bird. So I think we have room. So it's
fine. Okay, well, and we still got to talk about the guy that got sucked out of the plane.
Oh my God.
I'm just taking over. But there was this funny clip from Jimmy Kimmel where they had people come and try what they claimed was Airline. You know, that
yes,
fancy.
we talked about this.
I did already?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Did we talk about it together?
We probably did talk about it on the show already. But
no, you know what? We might have talked about it on Candy Club.
Did we?
I don't know.
Because I was struck by like this. Oh, yeah, we maybe did.
I think we did.
Because of the sunken cost fallacy thing.
Yes. I don't know if we talked about it on here.
It might have been in Candy Club.
Yeah.
Because I really did want our listeners to watch it. Because even though it's comical to see people drinking hose water that they think is $12 Airline water, what I was so fascinated by, genuinely in a serious way, was how we all are so informed by suggestion.
Oh my God, so much.
And sunken cost fallacy, like even once they were told, yeah, you're right, we did talk about it. Once they were told, like, no, that's hose water, they were like,
Right.
So anyway, just like what we were talking about with the Dr. Bombay and all that.
Yeah, it'll work.
It can
That's why
work.
the placebo effect is effective.
The brain is weird.
The brain is so weird. Like, if you were to start scratching in a place, I'm going to get itchy there.
Mm-hmm. And it's an effective evolutionary tool that has probably been helpful for us in a million ways.
And all those kind of things that
but
will
boy,
just
does
we
it
are open to
reveal our brains'
weaknesses.
Yeah.
Our brain is, I say this to clients all the time, our brain is smart and dumb.
So dumb and smart.
It's like so, the two ends of that story, so good and so bad at the same time. So we have to get in the driver's seat and tell it what we want, you know, like control.
I always think about how, like, when you first are dating somebody and you're like, they are so funny. Yeah. And then you're like 4 years in and you're like, joke. like they are so funny, but like it then becomes the thing you're like, everything's a joke to them.
Right.
And it is like that with our brain. We're like, plasticity.
Have I dated somebody who was like that?
No, why?
Okay, good. I was going to say, because I didn't think any of my exes were funny. I was like, that was actually one of our fighting points. Like, I was so fucking mad because I said to my ex, like, I'm the funniest one in this relationship. And he tried to push back. And I was like, are you fucking kidding me? And I said, where do you think you fall in your friend group? And then he like listed his friends of like who he thinks is the funniest.
Wow,
and
I love this.
I was like, that friend that you mentioned is funnier than you told me that I was funnier than them. So how does that math? The math ain't mathin'.
I was to be in that kind of fight with you.
Oh, and by that point, I was already like, this is not looking good. And I just remember being like,
was that
so
X number 1, 2,
pissed.
or 3?
3.
Oh my God.
It's funny that I know exactly what who you're talking. Like, I obviously dated more people than just 3 people, but there is X 1, 2, or 3. Ah, it's so funny. Yeah, That is it. I'm like, are you? And that's why things will always work with my sweet baby angel, because she's like, oh no, you are hilarious and you're the funniest. And
She's such a good audience too.
oh, that's what you want. You want somebody who's just going to laugh at, like, and she's funny too. Don't get me wrong.
She is, of course.
But she is the best audience, and she will laugh at everything that is funny, and I am hilarious.
You are so hilarious. So. And I agree with you. I have no interest in a partner that's super funny. I want someone that laughs at me.
Exactly. Can't be two cooks in this kitchen.
No, we are book solid over here.
Yeah.
I got jokes for days. Stay out of this.
So let me do my work. You do yours.
Okay, wait. Can I talk about the guy that got
talk about the guy who got sucked. Oh my gosh, I can't believe we left people hanging on such a cliffhanger.
Okay, if you listen last episode, if you listen to the whole thing, I mentioned that I was trying to talk about this guy that was on, I think it was JetBlue.
Okay. A
JetBlue flight, domestic, and his window broke during the flight. They know now that it was hit by debris from something that the plane had run into.
Come into contact with.
Yeah.
Whatever, which is usually like a bird.
Yeah, something like that. Must have been. What else could it be up there?
Well, yeah. What? Like, just like house pieces flying through, like this is Wizard of Oz or some shit.
And so his window cracked and broke, and then now he's got an open window. Okay, so then the whole plane is depressurized, so then their masks are falling, right? But this is all happening at the same time. This guy's head is being sucked outside. It's fully outside of the airplane, and they're going very fast, you know?
Absolutely.
It doesn't feel like it, but they are going hundreds of miles an hour.
Because we don't feel speed, we only feel acceleration and deceleration. That's why we can't feel the earth spinning, and that's why you'll sleep through a car ride, but if somebody presses on the gas or slams on the brakes, you'll wake up.
How did you learn that? Camp.
One of my friends who is works in physics.
That is interesting. I didn't know that.
Yeah.
But of course, we all know that.
Right.
But I didn't know why. Okay. Well, he felt some acceleration because his head's fucking out of them. Hanging out of an airplane, and his wife is having to hold on to his legs for dear life. Thank God he was buckled up.
Oh my God, if that ain't a reminder to stay buckled.
Stay buckled. I have read so many articles, not just about his experience, but about a lot of things that are going on due to climate change that have made flights.
Oh my God. So many things. Heat. Roads are buckling. The Eiffel Tower is bending because of how
heads are falling off.
Hot it's getting in frickin' France. Like, it's
the
insane.
Eiffel Tower is buckling.
Like the metal and
it's like
things
melting.
like basically melting. Like, yeah.
Yeah, we didn't plan for all this.
No, we did not.
All right. Well, he's hanging out of this freaking plane. His wife's holding on to his legs. And everyone's just scared out of their minds because in addition to whatever concern they may have for him, they think the plane is in peril.
Right.
Okay, so...
And that feels like when one thing, like it's like a cascade effect, like then other weaknesses in the structure or whatever start to... No.
Can you... I cannot... even imagine. This is again what I always say. Thank God I can't handle anything.
His head is out the window.
His head's out the window. He is.
I feel at that point
consciousness.
You would lose consciousness, or you'd go blind or deaf with the.
Yeah, he says he has no memory. Thank God he survived.
Oh my God, that's good. He didn't have memory.
You know when it happened, but the part where his head's hanging out, he says he doesn't remember it much, but.
Good. The brain is great at protecting us from that kind of shit.
Well, and how could you think about the physical trauma of going hundreds of miles an hour with nothing over your face?
Please.
The burns and...
The panic I have in the moment where my belt loop gets stuck in the door handle and I'm like, oh God, because it pulls me back. That's about all I can manage.
For real.
You know that when that happens and all of a sudden you're like, like what's happening to me?
I guess I live here right now. Yeah. Well, and obviously he is not getting enough oxygen because he's outside there's not,
At
there's
30,000
no
plus feet.
Yeah. Okay. So thank heavens they are able to do like an emergency landing and keep him inside of the plane. And I mean, the long and short of it is that they're just like, oopsies, sorry about that. And he got an automated email that was like asking him if he wanted to rebook.
You should get
How much?
free flights for life. If you even want to go back on a plane. No, this is like one of those things like with cruises, huh? That by taking it, you are assuming a certain amount of risk in flying.
They certainly don't seem like they need to. Well, I mean, I'm sure that they're instructed by the
I feel like
lawyers,
he
but
needs to ask for a little something.
he's
medical
like, they
bills
didn't
paid
care.
for.
The flight attendants were not helpful. They were just like scared too. Because, I mean,
Because when do you see that? Right.
But I mean, that is, you know how they're always like insistent, like, we are not waitresses and waiters.
We're here for your safety.
Yeah. Well, it's go time, baby.
Right. I don't believe that. Right.
The window's gone.
Dude, where was he flying from?
I don't know. I don't know the answer
Where's
to
that emergency landing? And then, like, I wouldn't want to get on a
much would
plane
you want?
again. I would want. We're talking major
want $1
airlines. I would say 500,000. I'm
Minimum.
good with that. 500,000, and you make me platinum fucking for life.
That's
I
hilarious.
get forever access to the lounge.
Yeah, she wants the lounge.
I want lounge access. I want to board first. I want to be zone 1,
Zone 1.
and I want to check 2 bags every flight.
This is really a commentary on how bad it is to fly.
Yeah.
That like getting that feels like that helps.
And it
Zone
would.
1.
Right. I just want right. I get zone 2 with my credit card, and it makes me feel like queen of the universe.
On what airline?
United.
Nice.
And now I like do that thing where I only fly one airline, so I'm only getting the
'Cause
points
you
with
want
that
zone 2 so
I
bad?
want to maintain
What is it about
that
Zone 2 that
status.
you love about it? Like, what is it?
because it's right after number 1, and 1 is reserved for those people who have the million-miler status or whatever.
Well, but what do you get from that? You are insured overhead
Yeah, and
storage?
and I like don't you feel, we've talked about this before, that the whole airline, that once I'm on the plane and up in the air, like my anxiety goes down. So the
Yes.
faster I can just get to my seat
Yeah.
and get
Everything is settled.
And I also like that time if I'm zone 2, and usually I've got I've paid for like the cheap economy seat, so I'm still in
Bargain
the back,
basement.
and so I'm like
still in the back.
Yeah, I'm with
She's in zone 2, but like
It's 100% true. That is how they're like, you have a like lowest class
I'll just be
ticket.
back here.
Yeah, where they even made my boarding pass a different color. It was like orange, as to indicate that I was the riffraff. Yeah. But I still get all the perks. I get a bag check for free. I get a
feels
carry-on.
like the best possible thing. You pay way less,
but
you are treated with the kind of respect you deserve.
And if you're thinking, oh, but you don't get the miles, well, they offer things like buy more miles that is cheaper than if you were to get the regular ticket. So you can just do that, which I've done before. It's like $45 and it'll like quadruple your miles or however much for.
Yeah, you've done that?
Yeah.
You recommend that?
If you do the math, if the math is working in your favor. It's not all the time, but it definitely is ones where if like you'll get, because I'm trying to work towards.
I love this.
On United, you have to hit like they're called PQP points. I don't even know what the fuck they stand for, but it's basically like you have to spend a certain dollar amount, or you have to fly a certain number of flights in order to get higher status.
Yeah.
So I need to hit that. And so I can maintain, I need to get access to the lounge.
This is
all
why
I want in
people
my
should
life is
love
lounge
us.
access.
Yeah.
That is what I'm here for.
The land of milk and honey in there.
You know, and I got a credit card that gives me two like passes.
Oh, 2 passes.
You know,
annually.
Yep.
And when you get in there,
oh yeah, baby.
you are. What are you going for?
I am getting my money's worth at the buffet. You know, I love a buffet.
Can you even imagine? I would love to witness you at an airport lounge buffet.
Yeah, I'm getting a little bit of everything, and they got really good. What is the thing I love? Coffee cake at the one in Denver,
desserts.
and Denver is the United hub, so it's the best one. Right. I've been to other ones where I'm like, pass. You know, I'm like not even gonna.
You can keep your pretzels.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
you know,
right.
and then after 7 a.m. they start serving the booze.
Mama. That's the time, 7 a.m.
Yes. They don't serve it before the bar doesn't open till 7.
Because they're not animals.
Right. They're not crazy. So my flight will be like departing at 8, boarding at like 7:25, and you bet I'm like, let's go, bartender. Like downing a mimosa. And it's silly because it's all just in my head because there's literally nothing that this one sippy cup worth of
So
like
funny.
champagne and orange juice is actually going to do to me. But it's like
the principle.
It's the principle, and it feels like. And I do the math. Like if I have a layover, oh my god, I can talk about this for fucking hours.
I love it.
I know.
Do you know when you're being funny? Like in this case?
No, you always think it's funny when I'm being serious, but this is the problem is that like it's the same tone that I will take into a fight. So, and then people are like, whoa, I hate this. And I'm like, wait, people loved it when I was talking about the restaurant at the airport. And I was using the exact same tone.
Me.
People don't like it when it's towards them. So, you know, yeah, I do. I'm learning that. And also doesn't it feel good to lean into that anger every once in a while?
Oh, yeah. Please.
Lean into the rage.
Yeah.
Express it in a healthy way, like on a podcast to thousands and thousands of people.
Yeah, it does feel good, Sarah.
Yes. Okay, what other stories? I think I have one more. I did promise you a story about a dodo, about the dodo.
You did.
When I say the dodo,
Bird.
yes, what would you say are some of the characteristics or qualities of this bird that you would imagine this bird to exhibit? Or
I gotta be honest, like I don't know, but in my mind,
like what maybe
you mean physically
or more like personality, like
silly.
like
it's a silly bird. And
dumb. Didn't we always have that
not
idea?
Smart. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Well,
dumb. Oh,
turns out we were very wrong about
really
that. Was
smart.
Yeah, that was kind of the convenient. That was the
Well, you can't
story.
call it a dodo.
Well, I think the dodo came first, and then people said it was a dumb bird. But what really happened is people thought it went extinct because it just like didn't run away, like it would get caught or whatever. But it evolved on an island where there were no mammalian predators. So
Is this the Madagascar?
Yeah, kind of like one of those kind of islands.
Okay.
Yeah. So humans came to that island and introduced pigs and cats and monkeys and created all this habitat destruction, and which devastated. It wasn't even so much that we were killing the dodos. The dodos were ground nesters. So those animals killed the nests of all of those birds, and that led to its extinction. So these researchers were using, I think it's like CT scans, different kind of scans of the skulls, because now we can look at, like we have the skeleton, and we can, with modern technology, we can look at the imprint that the brain left in the skull and determine what areas of the brain were larger or smaller. And that this was a very agile forest-dwelling runner that is not the kind of dodo that people, I think, imagine in like storybooks. And then in what's his name, Alice in Wonderland, Lewis Carroll. So he had talked about the dodo in his stories, and like kind of fed into this, and so did Disney, fed into this like
the stereotype, silly stuff.
The stereotype of that. And it turns out that they have very large olfactory bulbs, which gives it an extra, like, very good sense of smell, which is what is very common in nocturnal birds. It's also what we see in kiwis and I can't remember what other bird they had mentioned, but the brain is similar but much larger to a pigeon, which are very intelligent birds. So they didn't go extinct because they were dumb. They went extinct because we introduced these animals into their habitats that destroyed their nesting grounds.
I mean, not that you should know, but do you know of any other birds that are ground nesters?
I think ostriches are ground nesters.
Okay.
All your animals that don't fly. A lot of birds are. Ducks.
Why are they ground nesters? They fly.
Because they live next to water, and it's easy. They go have their neck in the. But a lot of the birds in the rainforest, in the jungle, because there's so much safer space in the ground, and you don't have to worry about like snakes and panthers. I mean, you do have to worry about snakes, but like, panthers and all those big animals that are there. There's a lot. I would say chickens even are ground nesters too.
I do wonder why they called them dodos. Because it doesn't give Nobel Prize.
You're right. Right. Dodo does. But then it's like, do we just think that because that's what we called, what is he, a dodo? Like that, that's kind of, which came first?
But it's sort of as close to dum-dum.
It is.
In that, you know what I mean? Like any repetitive.
Dodo, bozo, it kind of does sound like you're a dummy. Yeah.
And so, like, I do wonder, like, where did that name come from? Because it didn't do them any favors.
Yeah.
But maybe they were already gone by then anyway, so.
Yeah.
I don't know when we named them, but damn.
So, I want to say apologies to the dodo.
Yeah.
You were a smart, agile, active,
we see you,
athletic bird, and we're sorry.
Yeah, we made mistakes.
For destroying your ecosystem. So now that's what makes me extra mad about these changes to like animal protection laws that say that we're going to protect the animal, not the animal's environment, because if you don't protect their environment, they will go extinct, just like the dodo. What are you gonna
go
do?
the way of the dodo.
Exactly.
Right, I should have known they were extinct. That's the whole point of that phrase.
Right, yeah, but sometimes we need to talk it through. Look, it's usually me saying things like that.
Yeah, all right. No. I just, okay. Yeah, I guess I didn't want to accept it.
Yeah, well.
Thank you for sharing that.
You're welcome.
Bummer, though.
And,
we had a lot of darkness in this episode.
But also laughs along the way. Basically just me getting mad about things, which, that's what happens when I don't see you for like 2 weeks, is like I got a lot to vent about. And I needed to tell everybody about those margarita prices.
That's crazy.
It's not New York City. What I get this if in New York City, if you're gonna Times Square, if you're gonna give me like Tom Cruise is gonna come out there and fucking cocktail it, like
let it go.
I will never let this go.
Like if it were Margaritaville in the Bahamas,
right?
On
and I'm
a resort.
Looking at a beautiful that's what I'll pay. You're mostly paying for the location.
Fresno.
The Fresno airport?
What if they know that all the people that come through there are just like campers who've been sober for a week?
Yeah, I feel like that's exactly what
and that you guys are so desperate that they're exploiting you.
They are straight up exploiting. Like I cannot. So.
Well, we won't exploit you if you join our patreon.com/braincandy. And you can join our...
You will get your money's worth.
That's for sure. It's $5.
I mean, please.
And it's like every week...
1/5 of the price of a margarita.
That is sick.
You get weekly.
We should probably adjust this.
I mean, for the margarita inflation alone.
So get in there while the getting's good, because for now you can get a real steal, because every week we have a Zoom for at least an hour talking about the darn Challenge Season 42 Cutthroat shenanigans. And you can join our candy club on our website or on Patreon. Our website is thebraincandypodcast.com, and that's also where you can find all our codes for our partners. And anytime you use those, it really helps us so much. So anytime you do that, you can send us a DM or whatever and let us know, because I'll tell you what, I will shower you with praise.
Absolutely.
So thank you so much for listening. If you don't want to do any of those things, would you mind leaving us a 5-star review?
We read all of them. So
we read all of them. We get excited when they're real sweet.
Yes. And funny. And sometimes you guys are very funny in there.
So do that. And thank you. And we'll see you next time.
Bye.
Bye, friends.